Okay, we should be streaming now. I don't know if I have to put that go live notification done thing, but I did it. And I guess I'll go tweet and put on Facebook that we're live. Listen to I Fight Dragons, opening Kamigawa.
Yep.
Let's see. We go to plus, tweet, listening to some at I Fight Dragons, and opening some boosters.
Oh, these come with set boosters also.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
I like draft boosters better.
I wonder if that's a new thing.
Opening some boosters for Kamigawa, Neon Dynasty.
Yeah, I think it's just a new thing.
Go
Now with 8
check
set boosters.
it out at twitch.tv. Goku. And then I'll copy that. And then we'll go to my own Twitter to retweet it. And then we'll go to the I Fight Dragons Discord. Going live. What is that? Self-promotion going live. Paste.
I'll use this as a box.
Breaking news. Box can be used as box.
Oh yeah, but never mind.
Alright. It's all up on all the socials that I care about.
Okay.
So, if you're joining us, last time we streamed, I opened Kamigawa boosters. This time, Ben's opening Kamigawa boosters.
Because my cards came in.
Yes.
So I bought a Kamigawa bundle.
They can't see what you've got there.
Sorry. So bundle. I'll show you what it is. Kamigawa Neon Dynasty bundle. So this comes with 8 set boosters. 40 total lands, 20 regular and 20 traditional foil. Comes with a alt art traditional foil, Invoke Despair. Comes with a card box, and it comes with a life counter die.
Okay. So they're just basic lands. They're not the cool fancy lands?
No.
Oh, I thought you said earlier. You said lands, and I assumed, oh, cool, they're giving you fancy lands.
No.
No.
Regular lands.
No.
But usually they're draft packs in here, but these are set.
Yeah, I don't know. That might be the new norm too. Ever since sets come out, because I don't remember what the Strixhaven was the last thing I bought a fat pack of, and I don't remember what they.
I'm not sure what these are for.
They're like
I guess
tokens, I guess, of some sort. I mean, that's like the set symbol on the side there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like it's a flying token
stuff.
or something.
So I don't know what that's for. But
Counters, maybe? I don't know.
here's the die. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's got like.
Is that a bigger boy?
Yeah, it's a big die, oversized.
It's got some heft to it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
It's really nice.
Is it specks of blue and red?
Yeah.
I kind of like that. It's kind of like paint smear because it goes over the numbers and stuff too. That's neat.
So these are the lands.
And
Those
the
are your foil and the promo. So one problem with Magic cards, all their foil cards.
Fucking Ben. I hate it so much.
Yeah, so they're definitely bent.
Yeah.
But that's your foil rare that comes with it. Invoke Despair. Target opponent sacks a creature. If they can't, they lose 2 life, and you draw a card, and repeat this process for an enchantment and a planeswalker. And then you just got all your foil lands. Alright, so I think we're just going to start with the sets. We don't need to see the regular lands, right?
No, we do not need to see lands. Please, God. I don't care. Oh, an island design. Got it. Some of them are cool, but like I just don't pay attention to them.
Got an art card.
Ooh. You're not gonna say who it is?
Sorry. Ooh.
Come on, but amateur
First
hour
time.
here.
Covert Technician. Alright. So we got...
You want to hand me the cards and I'll open them for you like you open stuff for me?
I was going to put my cards in here, though.
Well, here. Problem solved.
Okay, so we got Windscarred Crag. We have... Mizumi Prowler. 3-1, ninjutsu for 2. Enters battlefield. Target creature you control gains death touch and lifelink until end of turn. Short Circuit for 2. Flash, enchant artifact or creature. As long as enchanted permanent is a creature, it gets -3, -0, and loses flying. We have Lethal Exploit. Target creature gets -2, -2 until end of turn. Gets an additional -1, -1 until end of turn for each modified creature you controlled as you cast this spell.
Is that you, Bo? I'm assuming. Bo Shoot. Sounds like some bastardization of your name.
We got Virus Beetle. 1-1. Enters battlefield. Each opponent discards a card. Unforgiving One. 2/3 Menace. Whenever it attacks, return target creature card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the number of modified creatures you control. Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
Enormous Energy Blade.
Love it.
For 3, equipped creature gets +4/+0. Whenever Enormous Energy Blade becomes attached to a creature, tap that creature, equip for 2.
Ooh, Bronze Cudgels.
Bronze Cudgels for 1. Pay 2 until end of turn. Equipped creature gets +X/+0, where X is the number of times this ability has resolved this turn. Equip for 1. Got Azusa's Mini Journeys for 2. First Saga, you may play an additional land this turn. Saga 2, you gain 2 life. And then Saga 3, exile it and return it to the battlefield. It becomes Likeness of the Seeker. 3/3, whenever Likeness of the Seeker becomes blocked, untap up to 3 lands you control.
Real nice.
We have Tale of Master Seshiro. First 2 sagas, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature or vehicle you control. It gains vigilance until end of turn. Third saga, exile it and return it to the battlefield. We get Seshiro's Living Legacy. 5/5, I think.
Yep, 5/5 Vigilance Haste.
Real.
Yeah, it's real blurry, and we have to look at the screen because of our setup. We can't look at the cards directly.
And then we got Lizard Blades. 1/1 double strike. Equipped creature has double strike. Reconfigure for 2.
I love Lizard Blades.
And then Essence Capture. It's a foil. Counter target creature spell. Put a +1/+1 counter up to 1 target creature you control. And a construct. Token.
Don't forget your art card there. Okay. So, Bo, just to let you know, we're only going to read out the cards that we haven't seen before. I mean, starting this stream, because I've seen a lot of these cards already. So we'll skip the cards that we don't have there. So
another art card. That is Sasuke the Living Lore.
Okay.
Irontown land or fire?
Yeah, Irontown.
Mountain.
Okay, don't you tell Worm that you're not allowed to cyberbully me. But do let us know if the audio levels are weird, like if the music is overpowering or if Ben's too quiet or something.
I can't get it to focus. There we go. Jukai Training. 2/2. Whenever it becomes blocked or is blocked, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Fang of Shigeki. Shigeki.
Whatever.
1/1 Death Touch. I'm reading the cards. I'll pronounce it how I want. Seven Tail Mentor. 2/3 for 4. Enters a battlefield or dies. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature or vehicle you control. Network Disruptor. 1/1 flying. Enters battlefield. Tap target permanent. Moon Snare Specialist. 2/2 for 4. Ninjutsu for 3. Enters the battlefield. Return up to 1 target creature to its owner's hand. Moonfolk Puzzle Maker. 1/4 for 3 with flying. Whenever it becomes tapped, scry 1. Futurist Operative. 3/4 for 4. As long as it is tapped, it's a human citizen with base power of toughness 1/1. It can't be blocked. Pay 3 and untap him.
He like ninjutsus himself. I like it.
We have Blade Blizzard Kitsune.
The White Ninja.
2/2 for 3. Ninjutsu for 4. Has double strike. The Modern Age. First 2 sagas, draw a card, then discard a card. Third saga, exile and return to the battlefield. It becomes a 2/3 flying. Then we get Ishin, 2 heavens as 1. 3/4. If a creature attacking causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, this ability triggers an additional time. We got a foil, Befriending the Moths. Target creature gets +1/+1. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains flying until end of turn. That becomes Imperial Moth. 2/4 flying. Yeah, I like that foil.
So what was your rare? It was Ishin.
Ishin.
2 heavens is 1. Okay.
Yep.
Well then I think you're gonna like the art card with that. You're getting on the next one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
This is a signed art card of Ishin. It's really cool.
We can't go down the art card rabbit hole.
No. Unless.
We got all the ones for Strixhaven and they're hanging up.
Scoured Barons. We have Aki Ronin. 1/3 for 2. Whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Iganjo Exemplar. 2/1. Whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Imperial Subduer. Whenever a warrior or samurai you control attacks alone, tap target creature you don't control. Ancestral Katana. Whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, you may pay 1. When you do, attach Ancestral Katana to it. Equipped creature gets +2/+1, and it has equip for 3. Moth Rider Patrol. 1/1 flying for 1. Pay 4 and tap it. Tap target creature. Malicious Malfunction. All creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn.
You've already read this one.
I did?
Oh no, I'm thinking of another -2/-2.
Yeah.
If your creature dies, turn exile instead. I'm thinking of the one that gives an additional -1/-1 stuff.
Oh, okay.
Covert Technician.
2/4 Ninjutsu for 2. Whenever Covert Technician deals combat damage to a player, you may put an artifact card with a mana value less than or equal to that damage from your hand onto the battlefield. We have Fall of Lord Kondo. Exile target creature an opponent controls with the mana value 4 or greater. Each player gains control of all permanents they own. And then it becomes Fragment of Kondo. 1/3 Defender. Whenever it dies, draw a card.
I've got the original Kondo, Lord of Iganjo card. He's indestructible. When you read the flavor text of the Fragment of Kondo, it talks about how they turned him to stone and then broke him up into several still living pieces because he's immortal.
We got another Befriending the Moths. Oh, we got Mech Titan Core. That's our rare. I don't want to read this.
Mech Titan Core, it's Voltron.
Yeah.
You get to exile it and 4 other vehicles and or creatures, and then it becomes Voltron. And when Voltron dies, you get all your stuff but Mech Titan Core back. It's fun. It's in my mech deck. Also, Bo, you're right. Ishin is good. He's the reason I have 8 black mana in my almost completely red-white Samurai deck. He's the only card I need black mana for, but I had to put him in my Samurai deck and a bunch of mana fix.
Scrapyard Steelbreaker, 3/4 for 4. Pay 1 and sack another artifact. It gets +2/+1 until end of turn.
Do you want to see the tokens?
What?
Do you want to see the tokens?
Not really.
Okay.
Unless they're cool. So we got Karador, Ghost Chieftain for 8, 3/4. He costs 1 less for each creature card in your graveyard. During each of your turns, you may cast 1 creature card from your graveyard.
Yeah, so he's not from the set.
He is not from the set.
But I have that card. That's from a pre-built commander deck I built way back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the alternate commanders for something.
Yeah. So that's the one thing about set boosters. You can sometimes get rare non-set cards.
Okay. Here, you're going to like this one. You're going to like this pack.
Okay. We have a Tameo art card.
That's real pretty. These art cards are so cool.
Mm-hmm. Whoops.
Whoops, I died.
I think I just saw the rare. Moon Circuit Hacker. 2/1 for 2, Ninjutsu for 1. Whenever he does combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card unless Moon Circuit Hacker enters the battlefield this turn. Covert Technician.
You already read that one, but it's the alt art.
Heir of the Ancient Fang, 2/3. Whenever it enters the battlefield. Okay, sorry. Heir of the Ancient Fang enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it if you control a modified creature. Fangus Shincheki, 1/1 Death Touch. Master's Rebuke. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control.
I've got a lot of the shrines. If you want to give me some offers for stuff, I mean they're just uncommons, but because you have that shrine commander deck, right? That's just a bunch of shrines.
Nice. We have Jukai Preserver.
Yep.
3/3 for 4. Enters battlefield. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. You channel it for 3. Put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures you control. Towashi Guidebot, 2/1 for 4. Enters battlefield. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. You pay 4 and tap it. Draw a card. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each modified creature you control.
I can't try to justify
Mythic Shrine Commander. I don't know what that is.
What is this Mythic Shrine? I don't pay that much attention to Commander. Is that from Kamigawa? They have a Shrine Commander.
Web Spinner Cuff. 1/4 reach for 3. Equipped creature gets +1/+4 and has reach. You can reconfigure for 4. Era of Enlightenment. Scry 2. Then you gain 2 life, and it becomes. I dropped a card.
So bad at stuff. I got you.
I don't want to reveal the rare like that, so I got to be careful with the sagas.
Where did it drop?
Becomes Hand of Enlightenment. 2/2 first strike.
I thought you dropped one. Where did it go?
Oh, it's on my lap.
Oh, okay. I'm not grabbing there. I'm not grabbing your lap
that's
to get
fine.
the card back.
Okay, so we actually got 2 rares, it looks like. Our first one is Kami of Transience.
Transience.
I got it for the second time. 2/2 trample. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, put a +1/+1 counter on them. At the beginning of each end step, if an enchantment was put into your graveyard from the battlefield this turn, you may return Kami of Transience from your graveyard to your hand. And then the Kami War.
Foil.
1 in rainbow. Exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls. Return up to 1 other target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Then each opponent discards a card. And then you flip it. Becomes Okagachi, Made Manifest. 6/6. It is all colors, flying trample. Whenever it attacks, defending player chooses a non-land card in your graveyard. Return that card to your hand. He gets +X +0 until end of turn, where X is the mana of that card. mana value of that card.
It looks so sick too. I think that's the alt art. The camera we don't have, or the camera we have, is not doing it as much justice.
Oh, that's a really nice card.
Told you you'd like that one. All right.
Here's our art card.
Planes.
Yep, just the planes. Ooh. We got Fancy Swamp. Moon Snare Specialist. Art. Alt Art. Planar Incision. Exile target artifact or creature, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it. Saiba Trespassers.
Saiba!
3/5 for 5. You can channel it for 4. Tap up to 2 target creatures you don't control. Those creatures don't untap during their controller's next untap step. We have Moon Circuit Hacker. Pretty sure we read already.
Yep.
Network Disruptor. We have Tempered in Solitude. Whenever it's an enchantment, whenever a creature you control attacks alone, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. We have a Sorry Captain. I wonder what he's sorry for.
He's a sorry captain. He's sorry that Bo got a shiny Wurmple.
He's a 4/3 haste. Whenever a warrior or samurai you control attacks alone, he gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each samurai or warrior you control.
He's sorry that samurai's about to fuck your shit up.
Tales of Master Seshiro. +1/+1. I think we read this one already.
Yeah, we got it. Turns into Seshiro's Living Legacy.
Yep. We have Myojin of Roaring Blades. 7/4. Whenever it enters the battlefield. Myojin of Roaring Blades enters the battlefield with an indestructible counter on it if you cast it from your hand. Remove an indestructible counter from Myojin of Roaring Blades. It deals 7 damage to each of up to 3 targets.
Is that from this set or is that from a different set? That looks like that's from a different set.
That's from a different set.
Okay. I'm like, that's a sick card. That's
Right,
Commander
this is our
set symbol, okay.
Yeah, this is our Kamigawa.
Kyodai, Soul of Kamigawa.
The 3/3 flash flying enters the battlefield. Another target permanent gains indestructible for as long as you control Kyodai.
Kyodai.
Pay a rainbow, gets +5/+5 until end of turn. We got Shiny Anchor to Reality. There's an additional cost to the spell. Sacrifice an artifact or creature. Search your library for an equipment or vehicle card. Put that card on the battlefield, then shuffle. If it has a mana value less than the sacrificed permanent's mana value, scry 2.
We're gonna do that one next. Trying to see which one is the best one to end on. And I don't think it's gonna be any of them. We should have ended with the Kami War. Oh well, too late.
We got a pupper on a throne.
Yeah, I love that art card. That was amazing. I don't recognize the creature.
Yoshimaru, Ever Faithful.
It's not something that I've pulled yet.
That goes in the rares. Got a foil fancy art. Planes. That's really good. Futurist Operative.
You read them.
Alt art. Mukotai, Ambusher. 3/2 Ninjutsu 2 with lifelink. Dokuchi, Shadow Walker. 5/5 Ninjutsu for 4. It's an Ogre Ninja.
Yeah, he's cool. It's not that good, but he's cool. But he's a heavy hitter in the ninja decks, so it's nice to have at least one.
Peerless Samurai. 2/3 Menace.
The pupper.
Whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, the next spell you cast this turn costs 1 less to cast.
Bo knows so much more. He should be on this stream. The pupper is a single white commander card that has partner. Got it.
Okay.
That's why I haven't pulled one.
Unstoppable Ogre. Enters the battlefield, target creature can't block this turn. Oops. You are
Shindoru.
what he said. Destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn. Draw a card. We have Gloom Shrieker, 2/1 Menace. Whenever it enters battlefield, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. If Gloom Shrieker would die, exile it instead. It's an interesting card. We have Grave Lighter. As soon as it focuses, I will read it. 2/2 flying for 3. Whenever it enters battlefield, draw a card.
There we
If
go.
a creature died this turn. Otherwise, each player sacrifices a creature. Ooh. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll leave.
Well, you know where I
Kumano
live.
faces Kakazan. I don't know if I said that right.
I don't know.
It deals 1 damage to each opponent and each planeswalker they control. Whenever you cast your next creature spell this turn, that creature enters battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. And that becomes Etching of Kumano. 2/2 haste. If a creature deals damage this turn by a source you controlled. If a creature dealt damage this turn by a source you control would die, exile it instead.
Not bad.
We got Reckoner Bank Buster. 4/4/2. Enters the battlefield with 3 charge counters on it. Pay 2 and tap it. Remove a charge counter from Reckoner Bank Buster. Draw a card. Then if there are no charge counters on Reckoner Bank Buster, create a creature token and a 1/1 colorless pilot creature token with this creature cruise vehicles as though its power was 2 greater.
I like that. That's a 2 cost. Crew 3.
Crew 3.
For 4/4 that lets you draw stuff. Man. I got a mech deck that would look nice in.
Ooh, we got a foil Thundersteel Colossus. 7/7 for 7. Trample Haste. Crew 2.
Yeah. But he costs 7 to play.
That's true.
I took him out. I ended up taking him out of my mech deck. I thought, not worth it.
That's a really nice foil look.
Yeah. Obliterated. 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 Obliterated.
Got this guy again?
Yep, but not a signed one, so.
Jungle Hollow?
We read him, but this is alt art now.
Altar a Ganjo Exemplar.
Space Dandy.
Upriser Renegade. 1/3 for 2. Upriser Renegade gets +2/+0 for each other modified creature you control. Jukai Trainee.
I didn't do pre-constructed mech bow. I had a box of draft boosters that I built a mech deck out of. So I think the one time I played it, it did really good. So, but I'll still take any tips.
Kaido's Pursuit. Target player discards 2 cards. Ninjas and rogues you control gain menace and just gain menace until end of turn.
Real nice.
Tamiyo's Completion.
Completion.
Oh, I'm saying completion.
Okay.
Flash for 4. Enchant artifact, creature, or planeswalker. When Tamiyo's Completion enters the battlefield, tap enchanted permanent. If it's an equipment, unattach it. Enchanted permanent loses all abilities and doesn't untap during its controller's untap step.
Vehicle card that says can be your commander. That's good. But I don't play commander.
Tamiyo Safekeeping for 1. Target permanent you control gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. You gain 2 life. We have Imperial Recovery Unit. 3/4 for 3. Whenever Imperial Recovery Unit attacks, return target creature or vehicle card with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to your hand.
Green Samurai? There's a Green Samurai?
Yeah, Jukai Trainee. It's a human samurai.
There was a white ninja earlier. The only white ninja that I know of. Kitsune Blade.
There's Selfless Samurai, 2/2 for 2. Whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, it gains lifelink until end of turn. You can sacrifice Selfless Samurai. Another target creature you control gains indestructible until end of turn. Life of Toshiro Umezawa. First 2 sagas. Choose one. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. You gain 2 life. And then you exile it. And it becomes Memory of Toshiro. 2/3. And pay 1.
Tap
pay
it.
Life. Add a swamp. Spend this mana only to cast an instant or sorcery spell. Then we got Mukotai Soul Ripper. 4/3 for 2. Whenever Sukotai Soul
that's an M.
Oh.
Mukotai.
Mukotai Soul Ripper attacks, you may sacrifice another artifact or creature. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on Mukotai Soul Ripper, and it gains menace until end of turn. Crew 2. 4/3 for 2. Crew 2.
You can sacrifice the thing you use to crew it too. So
Yeah.
like if you're running like a Prodigy's prototype that just gives you a free pilot every time a creature or a vehicle attacks, you can what are you gonna call it? You can just like sack the pilot and then get another pilot and keep going.
Was that it for that?
Yeah, we've got one more. Do you want to go ahead and hand me the box of those? Because this little guy we have here is from that box too, right?
Yes.
This is from the box we haven't touched yet. Okay.
Alright. Art card. Alright, I just got distracted by the song. It's a Naomi Pillar of Order.
Is this the last pack tonight? Is that what we're saving this for?
Yep.
Okay.
Windscarred Crag. We have Coiling Stalker. 2/1 Nijitsu 2. I think we already read it. Snake Ninja.
Maybe? I don't know.
Oh well. Alt Art Selfless Samurai. We have Moonsnare Prototype. Cost 1. Tap it. Tap an untapped artifact or creature you control. Add a waste. Channel for 5. The owner of target non-land permanent puts it on the top or bottom of their library. Network Terminal.
What the
3/3.
fuck do you want me to say? I'm sorry. Shit's gonna be
Network
okay.
Terminal. Pay for 3. Tap it. Add 1 mana of any color. Pay 1 and tap it. Tap another untapped artifact you control. Draw a card, then discard a card. Automated Artificer. 1/3 for 2. Pay 1 to add a waste. Tap it to add a waste. Spend this mana only to activate an ability or cast an artifact spell. Iron Hoof Boar. 5/4 for 6. Has trample and haste. You can channel it for 2. A target creature gets +3/+1 and gains trample until end of turn. Enormous Energy Blade. Bronze Cudgels. Shattered States Era. Gain control target creature until end of turn. Untap it. It gains haste until end of turn. Creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. And then it becomes...
Oh, I didn't even see because both their names were read on our chat here, but my brother's here too.
Ah!
Benji0942.
Nameless Conqueror. Is 3/3 trample haste. And then we got Biting Palm Ninja. 3/3 for 3. Ninjutsu for, I believe, 3. There we go. Biting Palm Ninja enters the battlefield with a menace counter on it. Whenever Biting Palm Ninja deals combat damage to a player, you may remove a menace counter from it. When you do, that player reveals their hand and you choose a non-land card from it. Exile that card. Commune with Spirits. For a green. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an enchantment or land card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. I got a rare non-Kamigawa card. Moonlace. For a island. Target spell or permanent becomes colorless.
That's got to be useful in like either an Eldrazi deck or an anti-Eldrazi deck or something. I can't. I'm sure it's way better than I'm thinking it is, but I'm just like, okay, It's colorless now. What are you gonna do about it? Okay. Here you go. It's got a little foil Planeswalker symbol at the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm. Assuming that's just an art card.
Yeah, I think it's Swamp.
Yep. Blossoming Sands. Heir of the Ancient Fang. Alt art.
Yep, we read him.
Sunblade Samurai. 4/4 Vigilance for 5. Channel it for 2. Search your library for a Plains card. Reveal it. Put it into your hand. Then shuffle. You gain 2 life. Imperial Oath. Create 3 2/2 white samurai creature tokens with vigilance. Scry 3. That's for 6. Experimental Synthesizer for a mountain. Whenever Experimental Synthesizer enters or leaves the battlefield, exile the top card of your library. Until end of turn, you may play that card. Pay 3 and sack it. Create a 2/2 white samurai creature token with vigilance. Activate only as a sorcery. Aki Ronin. Pretty sure we already saw that one.
Yeah, we've seen him.
Seismic Wave for 3. Deals 2 damage to any target and 1 damage to each non-artifact creature target opponent controls. Essence Capture. Discover the impossible. Oh. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. Exile one of them face down and put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. You may cast the exiled card without paying its mana cost if it's an instant spell with mana value 2 or less. If you don't, put that card into your hand.
Got it. It's an the reason we said if you're watching this later is because Bo explained in the chat that one rare that makes things colorless is for dodging protection. So that does make things nice.
Yep.
So
welcome to the modern age.
We read this one already.
Okay. Yeah. Comes 2/3 flyer. Satoru Umizawa. 2/4 for 3. Whenever you activate a ninjutsu ability, look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest in the bottom of your library in any order. This ability triggers only once each turn. Each creature card in your hand has a ninjutsu for 4.
Yeah, that's the buy a box promo that I got from my draft box.
And we got foil, wind spinner, cuff. Okay. We got art card.
You're gonna make your Eldrazi's ninja bow. Way to go!
Wow. All right.
Good job.
Way to go, champ.
Imrakul, learn the ninja arts.
Prosperous Thief. I think we read it. No, we didn't. Ninjutsu for 2. It's a 3/2. Whenever one or more ninjas or rogue creatures you control deal damage to combat damage to a player, create a treasure token.
We read Mooncold
Yeah,
Puzzle
I'm just
Maker.
trying to get the focus. Guardians of Oberon. Oboro. 3/4 for 3. Defender. Modified creatures you control can attack as though they didn't have Defender. We have Futurist Sentinel. 6/6 for 4. Crew 3.
Did not make it into my mech deck. Its crew cost is too high.
Gotcha.
Actually,
Kitsune Ace.
The playing cost is
2/2. Whenever a vehicle you control attacks, choose one. That vehicle gains first strike until end of turn, or you can untap Kitsune Ace. Okay. Colossal Sky Turtle. 6/5 Flying Ward 2. You could channel it with 3 cost to return target card from your graveyard to your hand, or for 2 return target creature to its owner's hand. Okiba Salvage. Return target creature or vehicle card from your graveyard to the battlefield. And put 2+1/+1 counters on that permanent if you control an artifact and enchantment. Bosiju reaches skyward. Search your library for up to 2 basic forest lands. Reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your library. Put up to 1 target land card from your graveyard on top of your library. And then it becomes Branch of Busuji. Reach gets +1/+1 for each land you control.
Nice.
Nope. Then we have Ruthless Technomancer. 2/4 for 4. This is not Kamigawa.
Come on. We need to like somehow get this to not autofocus and then just find where the focus is.
When Ruthless Technomancer enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another creature you control. If you do, create a number of treasure tokens equal to that creature's power. You can pay 3 and sacrifice X artifacts. Return target creature card with power X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. X can't be 0. Then we have Jugen Defends the Temple. Create a 1/1 green human monk creature token with tap to add 1 green. Oh, this is mythic.
Yeah.
Put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures, and then it becomes Remnant of the Rising Star. 2/2 flying.
Come on, camera.
Whenever another creature enters battlefield under your control, you may pay X. When you do, put X +1/+1 counters on that creature. As long as you control 5 or more modified creatures, Remnant of the Rising Star gets +5/+5 and has trample.
That one's cool. I like that card a lot. That would work good in a green modified.
Yeah, I think we'll make a green-red modified deck. March of the Whirling Mist.
Swirling.
Sorry. X and a blue. As additional cost to cast the spell, you may exile any number of blue cards from your hand. The spell costs 2 less to cast for each card exiled this way. Tap or up to X target creatures phase out.
I don't really like the marches that much. There might be a few that are okay, but building inventions in my space lab in space. Alright, well, we've got we can make things brighter.
Ooh. That means I can't keep my foils there.
It's just got like a camp lantern next to us, slightly off screen to give us light.
Chikai Trainee. Ambitious Assault. Creatures you control get +2/+0 until end of turn. If you control a modified creature, draw a card. Kindled Fury. Target creature gets +1/+0 and gains first strike until end of turn. Aki Warpaint. Enchant artifact a creature. As long as enchanted permanent is a creature, it gets +2/+1. We have Aki Ember Keeper. Whenever a non-token modified creature you control dies, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token. Patchwork
Automaton.
Automaton. I cannot say that word. 2/2. Sorry. It's a 1/1 for 2. Has ward 2. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Patchwork Automaton. Enthusiastic Mechanic.
Mechanaut. It's not a real word. It's alright.
2/2 flying. Artifact spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. The heck is a Mechanaut? Replicant Specialist. 3/4 flying. Whenever a non-token artifact enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 2. If you do, create a token that's a copy of that artifact.
It's a Mirrorworks, but also a creature. And it costs blue instead of just
Era of
2
Enlightenment.
colors.
Pretty sure we read that one already.
Yeah. Ooh, Mind Link Mech.
Mind Link Mech. 4/3 flying for 3. Whenever Mind Link Mech becomes crewed for the first time each turn, until end of turn, Mind Link Mech becomes a copy of target non-legendary creature that's crewed that crewed it this turn. Except it's 4/3, it's a vehicle artifact in addition to its other types, and it has flying. So for crew 1.
So what your idea was that we would crew Mech Titan, or we'd use Mech Titan core to crew Mindlink Mech.
Yeah.
And then use Mindlink Mech to make our first Mech Titan, and then use, and then eventually we can keep the Mech Titan core and make a second one or something.
That one's really cool.
Disruption Protocol foil.
Yeah. 2 as an additional cast. To cast this spell, tap an untapped artifact you control or pay 1 counter target spell. So it's either cancel or a cheaper cancel to tap, if you tap.
So the bright light is causing like your face to be really bright and mine to be like in shadow.
That's fine. I don't need to see your face.
Okay, here's the next one. I've got a system.
Got our art card. We got Fancy Forest. Alt Art Moonsnare Specialist. Sunblade Samurai.
We read this one. It's just alt art.
Repel the Vial for 4. Choose one. Exile target creature with power 4 or greater, or you can exile target enchantment. Geothermal Kami, 4/3 for 4. When it enters battlefield, you may return enchantment you control to its owner's hand. If you do, draw or gain 3 life. Communal Spirits. Greater Tanuki, 6/5 for 6. You channel it for 3. Search your library for a basic land card. Put it on the battlefield tap, then shuffle. Touch the Spirit Realm for 3. Enters battlefield, exile up to 1 target artifact or creature until touch the Spirit Realm leaves the battlefield. You can channel it for 2. Discard touch the Spirit Realm, exile target creature or artifact. Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Orochi Merge Keeper, 1/1 for 2. Tap to add a forest. As long as Orochi Merge Keeper is modified, you can tap it for 2. Behold the Unspeakable. For 5. Creatures you don't control get -2/-0 until your next turn. Saga 2. If you have 1 or fewer cards in hand, draw 4 cards. Otherwise, scry 2, then draw 2 cards. Exile it, and it becomes Vision of the Unspeakable. Flying Trample gets +1/+1 for each card in your hand. That's good.
Yeah.
Then we have the Restoration of Iganjo. Search your library for a basic plains card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. You may discard a card. When you do, return target permanent card with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield tap. Then you exile it, and it becomes Architect of Restoration. 3/4 Vigilance. Whenever it attacks or blocks, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token.
I'm gonna get a call.
Okay. Johnny's getting
somebody with the same last name as me, but I do not recognize. So it's probably garbage.
Okay. We have a Channel Era of Enlightenment. Let's see. Foil. And then we just got whatever those are. Alright. Where was my...
Yeah, it was garbage, but it's like somebody with the same last name as me, but it's just like a masked phone number that it must have recognized. I do not know a Stacy.
Okay. I heard her mom's got it going on though.
Hey, you be quiet. I might be related to whoever that Stacy person's mom is.
Blade Blizzard Kitsune.
Ooh, alt art White Ninja.
Iganjo Exemplar, alt art. Automated Artificer. Iron Hoof Boar. Light the Way. For a plains, choose one. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature or vehicle. Untap it. Return target permanent you control to its owner's hand.
What was the rare in the last one?
That's a good question. Oh, it was the Restoration of Iganjo.
Oh, that was the rare. Okay.
Brute Suit.
Brute
4/3 for 3. Vigilance. Crew 1.
It's so good.
Jukai Naturalist. 2/2 lifelink for 2. Enchantment spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Blossom Prancer. 4/4 reach for 5. Enters the battlefield. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature or enchantment card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. If you didn't put a card into your hand this way, you gain 4 life.
Okay, hey, look. You can't fool me. That is a Sawsbuck. That is a spring Sawsbuck.
Okay. I think we watched this one already.
Yeah, we did that one.
Yep. This is our rare Teachings of the Kieran. For 2, mill 3 cards, create a 1/1 colored spirit creature token. Then put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. And then it becomes Kieran Touched Orochi. Whenever attacks, choose 1 exile target creature card from a graveyard. When you do, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token. Or you can exile target non-creature card from a graveyard. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. We also got the Fall of Lord Konda.
We've read this one already.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
Hall
old
of the Bandit
Kamigawa.
Lord. Hall of the Bandit Lord comes into play. Tap it, pay 3 life, add 1 mana to your mana pool. If that mana is spent on a creature spell, that creature has haste.
I like that. It's like 3 life for haste on something that could potentially wreck some stuff. I like it. It's definitely got a flair of old magic in that it's painful, but
What do we got next?
there you go. It's always going to be this one is the one on deck.
Ooh. That's a cool art.
Yeah, that's the reflection of Kiki Jiki.
Thornwood Falls.
It's probably a $20 card. Okay.
Oh, sweet. I saw that thing. Nizumi Blade Blesser.
Alter. I love Nizumi Blade Blesser. It's a good card.
Has Death Touch if you control an artifact, and Menace if you control an enchantment. Nizumi Prowler.
Alter, you read that one.
Guardians of Oberon. Altart.
Yep.
Kato's Pursuit. 3. Target player discards. Yeah,
You
I
read this one. Ninjas and Rogues game.
Cameo's Completion.
Menace.
Cameo Safekeeping. Rito Sentinel. 3/3 Defender. Enters the battlefield, target player mills 3 cards. Pay 3, put target card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. Secluded Courtyard.
Good card.
Enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Tap it to add a waste. Tap it to add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell of the chosen type or activate an ability of a creature or creature card of the chosen type. Tales of Master Seshiro.
You read this one.
We have Invoke Despair, which
That
was
was
a
the
promo
promo.
card.
Ooh, you got a mirror
alt
box.
art mirror box.
Is that foil too? Yeah.
Foil. For 3, this might be worth something. I don't know. Legend rule doesn't apply to permanents you control. Each legendary creature you control gets +1/+1. Each non-token creature you control gets +1/+1 for each other creature you control with the same name as that creature. So this goes in my rat colony deck. Then another land.
It's an old one.
Shivan Gorge. Legendary land. Tap it to add 1 colorless mana to your mana pool. Pay 3, tap it. It deals 1 damage to each of your opponents.
Okay.
Interesting. Get some weird legendary lands. We got alt card or art card.
It's a Surge Hacker mech.
Fancy Swamp.
Hell yeah, Fancy Swamp.
Coiling Stalker.
We read
2/1
this one.
Ninjutsu. Altar.
We've got this one.
Mukotai Ambusher. Alt.
Suit up.
Suit up. Till end of turn, target creature or vehicle becomes an artifact creature with base power and toughness 4/5. Draw a card. Okay, so your vehicle just becomes a creature. You don't have to
with
prove.
4 or 5.
Okay. Dragonfly Suit. 3/2/3 flying for crew 1. 7-Tail Mentor.
We've read one. This is just the first time we've gotten a normal art.
Ganjo Exemplar.
Ooh, Acquisition Octopus.
Acquisition Octopus. 2/2 for 3. Whenever Acquisition Octopus or equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. You can reconfigure for 2. Leech Gauntlet. 2/2 for 2. Lifelink. Equipped creature has lifelink. Reconfigure for 4. We have Asuna's Mini Journeys. I'm pretty sure I read this one already.
Yeah, Asusa.
Asusa.
Asusa phone.
And then we got Hidetsugu, Devouring Chaos.
Nice.
4/4 for 4. Tap a swamp, sack a creature, scry 2. You can pay 3, tap them, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. When you exile a non-land card this way, Hidetsugu, Devouring Chaos deals damage equal to the exiled card's mana value to any target.
So you look what's coming, position it the way you want, and then eat them. And then maybe split them up if you've got the mana.
And we got foil.
Yeah, we're just seeing
Kumano
this one.
faces Katsazan.
Kakazan.
And a proxy.
Dreams and lies. I can't tell the difference half the time, but I won't let go.
Our card.
Yep, that's Reckner Shakedown, I think. Ooh, I love this art card.
Nice.
Mountain.
Oops. Alright. Windscard Crag. Moonsnare Specialist. Alt Art. Dukuchi Silencer. I don't think we read this one yet. 2/1 for 2, Ninjutsu for 2. Whenever Dukuchi Silencer deals combat damage to a player, you may discard a creature card. When you do, destroy target creature or planeswalker that player controls. Peerless Samurai. Unstoppable Ogre.
Omae-wa-mo, Shindoru. You are already dead.
Colossal Sky Turtle. Okabe Salvage. Okiba Salvage. Uh-oh. Okiba Reckoner Raid. First 2 sagas, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life.
Ooh, and now that's
Nezumi Road Captain. 2/2 Menace. Creatures you control have Menace. And then Tamio, Completed Sage.
Complicated.
It's completed.
It's not. It's complicated.
I watched a video. The guy said completed.
A video of a fan like us saying shit?
Nah, he's more legit.
I don't know. Is that how you spell complete? Or
I
completed?
think that's the point. But pay +1. Tap up to 1 target artifact or creature. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. -X. Exile target non-land permanent. Exile target non-land permanent card with mana value X from your graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of that card. -7. Create Tamio's Notebook, a legendary colorless artifact token with Spells you cast cost 2 less to cast and tap it to draw a card.
I've got that token if you don't draw one.
Okay.
Nice.
I should get
Real
the sleeve.
nice.
That's going right there.
You want me to go get a nice sleeve?
Sure. And we got Goro Goro.
I love Goro Goro. One win in my samurai deck,
Yes.
one's going in the goblin deck.
2/2, pay a mountain. Creatures you control gain haste until end of turn. You can pay 5, create a 5/5 red dragon spirit creature token with flying. Activate only if you control an attacking modified creature. We got foil ninja's kunai. Cost 1. Equipped creature has 1. Pay 1, tap it, sacrifice ninja's kunai. Ninja's kunai deals 3 damage to any target. Equipped for 1. And we got a proxy. Really glad I pulled a planeswalker.
Yeah, I didn't pull any planeswalkers
Yeah.
from this set with my draft box, so. What else did you get? Anything after Goro
Just
Goro?
Goro Goro and foil kunai.
Oh, okay, Ninja's good. Tell me what to do. You're gonna like that art card. I like the art card a lot on this next one.
Yes.
Don't take me anywhere.
What?
Anywhere will be love.
Got some sort of demon arch card.
Yeah, that's
Is that
Me-
Hidetsugu?
yeah.
Just a regular mountain. Guardians of Oberon. Reinforced Ronin? I don't think I read this one yet. 2/2 for a red haste. Beginning of your end step, return Reinforced Ronin to its owner's hand.
Yeah, no, I played him in the samurai deck, but that was a trounce because you started with 4 cards in hand.
Lucky Offering for a white. Destroy target artifact with mana cost value 3 or less. You gain 3 life. Kami of Industry, 3/6 for 5. When Kami of Industry enters the battlefield, return target artifact card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste, sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. We have Kami's Flare for 2. Kami's Flare deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Kami's Flare also deals 2 damage to that permanent's controller if you control a modified creature. It's pretty good. 2.
Oh yeah, Kami's Flare is great.
Runaway Trash Bot.
Ah yes, Johnny Root Hall the card.
0/4 for 3. Has trample. Runaway Trash Bot gets +1/+0 for each artifact and or enchantment card in your graveyard. Assassin's Ink. Pay 4. The spell costs 2 less to cast if you control an artifact, and 1 less to cast if you control an enchantment. You can destroy target creature or planeswalker. OQBL Reckoner Raid. We just pulled that. Nice land. Ooh, Jin Gadaxis.
Ooh, nice.
Progress Tyrant. 5/5 for 7. Whenever you cast an artifact, instant, or sorcery spell, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for that copy. This ability triggers only once each turn. Whenever an opponent casts an artifact, instant, or sorcery spell, counter that spell. This ability triggers only once each turn. That's really good.
Okay. The Runaway Trash Bot, I could not think of the name of the game, but it's Katamari Damacy. That's what it's based off of. When you read the flavor text, it's like, it might run over your foot one day,
okay.
and then your house the next. It's because it's Katamari Damacy is that game where you are like a little ball of stuff and you keep adding to yourself until you're bigger than everybody.
You can make new friends every Friday night.
Maybe not. Not if you're me.
Samurai token.
Not think for the life of me what the name of that game was until I had to Google it just now.
Oh, this didn't look right. It's your art card. We have
Origami Island.
Dabuchi Silencer. Dabuchi Iron Apprentice. For 1, enters the battlefield, a +1/+1 counter on it. When it dies, if it had counters on it, put those counters on target creature you control. So automatically enters modified.
Oh yeah,
That's good.
and then when it dies, you get to modify something else.
Yeah. Simian Sling 1/1 for 1. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. Whenever Simian Sling or equipped creature becomes blocked, it deals 1 damage to defending player. You can reconfigure for 2. Searchlight Companion, 1/1 flying. Enters battlefield, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token. Coiling Stalker. I think we read that one already.
Yeah, that's just the normal art. My brother pulled a Kaito Shizuki, but not the emblem, so
Oh, that's okay.
you can just pretend you have it.
Yeah. Whenever you discard a card, Containment Construct, 2/1 for 2. Whenever you discard a card, you may exile that card from your graveyard. If you do, you may play that card this turn.
God, I need that card. That card is amazing.
Thirst for Knowledge for 3, draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discard an artifact card. Twin Shot Sniper, 2/3 reach for 4. Whenever it enters battlefield, deals 2 damage to any target. Channel it for 2. It deals 2 damage to any target. Oh. Fall of the Lord Kondo.
We read that one. Turn that over. See if that's altered.
Oops.
No, it's not. Okay. I couldn't tell.
Sorare. Tameshi.
Yep.
Tameshi Reality Architect. Reality Architect. 2/3 for 3. Whenever one or more non-creature permanents are returned to hand, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Pay X. Is that a plane?
Yes.
Okay. Return a land you control to its owner's hand. Return target artifact or enchantment card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery. And then we got Dragonfly Suit. Looks like it's foil.
Yeah, it is.
And make new friends.
Sorry, I forgot to remove the token from a couple of them. You got your art card there too.
Oh.
Covering up the beautiful Chandra's face.
Got art card. Got a plains. Heir of the Ancient Fang. Uncharted Haven. Enters battlefield tapped. Enters battlefield, choose a color. Tap to add a 1 mana of the chosen color. Fade into Antiquity for 3, exile target artifact or enchantment. Harmonious Emergence for 4. Enchant land you control. Enchant land is a 4/5 green spirit creature with vigilance and haste. It's still a land. Enchanted land would be destroyed. Instead, sacrifice Harmonious Emergence, and that land gets indestructible till end of turn. That's pretty good. Go Shintai, the Hidden Cruelty. This is my first shrine. 2/2 Death Touch for 4. Whoops. Beginning of your end step, you may pay 1. When you do, destroy target creature with toughness X or less, where X is the number of shrines you control. Go Shintai of Lost Wisdom. 0/4/2 Shrine with flying. Beginning of your end step, you may pay 1. When you do, target player mills X cards, where X is the number of shrines you control. Is there a card that make all your creatures like a specific type?
I don't know. Maybe? I don't know.
Like all your creatures become changelings, so they're technically shrines.
That'd be nice.
That card, I can't say.
This is as many journeys.
This is a Strixhaven card, I think. No.
No, that's like a specific like commander set.
Meosian?
So Shrine is not a creature type, it's an enchantment type.
Okay. Meosian of Grim Betrayal, 5/2. Enters the battlefield with a indestructible counter on it if you cast it from your hand. Remove an indestructible counter from Meosian of Grim Betrayal. Put it onto the battlefield under your control. All creatures, cards, and all graveyards that were put this...
They were put there from anywhere this turn. So anything that died anything that went to the graveyard from anywhere this turn, you can just put them on the battlefield under your control.
Gotcha. That could be really good.
So the Ghost Shintais are a typeless creature. Okay.
Tatsunari Toad Rider. 3/3 for 3. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, If you don't control a creature named Kimi,
Kaimi?
Kaimi,
Keimi. I would say Kaimi.
Kimi, a legendary 3/3 black and green frog creature token with whenever you cast an enchantment spell, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life.
So you gotta just make him if you don't have him.
Yeah.
So even if he dies...
Pay 2, Tatsunari, Toad Rider, and target frog you control can't be blocked this turn except by creatures with flying or reach. That's all. Card 2. That's really cool. Oops. Another Mech Titan Core. And then Iganjo Uprising. Pay X and 2. Create X 2/2 white samurai creature tokens with vigilance. They gain menace and have haste until end of turn. Each opponent creates X -1 2/2 white samurai creature tokens with vigilance.
Yeah. So you got 4 rares that pack, I think. Mech Titan Core, your Toad Rider, and your Myojin.
Yep, I got 4 rares that one pack.
And that Iganjo Uprising. So, yeah.
And 2 shrines.
Yeah, and the shrines, which are nice. It's a loaded pack. I saw that pack beforehand. I'm like, you're going to like this one.
Titan's creature.
I don't know. I'd have to look into that some more. I feel like at that point, Shrine is both an enchantment type and a creature type. But I would have to see what the official ruling of that is.
Shiny Land. Selfless Samurai. Family Shijeki. Bear of Memory.
Bearer, not Bear of Memory. If it was Bear of Memory, it would go into the Bear deck.
3/2 for 3. Pay 6. Put a +1/+1 counter on target enchantment creature. It gains trample until its turn. Dramatists Puppet. 2/4 for 4. When Dramatists Puppet enters the battlefield, for each kind of counter on target permanent, put another counter on that kind on it or remove 1 from it.
So you can remove a counter from one of your opponents, or you can add a counter to one of your things if they already have a counter on it.
Yeah, it's only target permanent, though.
Yeah, not everyone, just the ones.
Iron Apprentice.
Simeon Sling.
Circuit Mender. 2/3 for 3. Enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life. When it leaves the battlefield, you draw a card. You should put that in your Flicker deck.
Ooh, that might not be a bad... I like my Flicker deck as is, though. I don't want to mess with it.
Just
I know
saying,
it's not
it
like
works really good
super
for it because you
viable.
can draw a card.
Yeah, it's got the double, right? Enter
Yeah.
and leave. So
Malicious Malfunction for 3. We already read that one.
Yep.
The Long Reach of Night for 4. First 2 sagas. Each opponent sacrifices a creature unless they discard a card. Saga 3, exile and return to the battlefield. Becomes Animus of Night's Reach. 0/4 Menace. Whenever it attacks, it gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the number of creature cards in defending player's library.
Graveyard.
Sorry, graveyard.
Not library. Jesus Christ.
That would be a nightmare to count. We got Thundering Raiju. Thundering Raiju. 3/3 haste for 4. Whenever it attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then Thundering Raiju deals X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of modified creatures you control other than him.
Well, almost all of I don't know who old Hundi is, but almost all of those memory or those sagas are of old Kamigawa stuff, I think, right? Because it was all there's memory of Kondo or whatever that was Kondo Lord of Iganjo and stuff like that. So I think a lot of them are references to the original Kamigawa block. What was the last card in there?
Oh, I'm sorry. Where'd it go?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, it's this one. Oh, Naginata. An equipment for 1 can only be attached to a creature with 3 or more power. Each equipped creature gets +3/+0 and has trample, and It's equipped for 2.
I like that card.
It's a good card. Our card. It's a dragon.
Yeah. I had the Long Reach of Night in my deck, or I went against it, but it was always like a 0/4 creature. It was not very good when I drafted with it.
I got into Exemplar. Sorry, Captain. Grafted Growth. Enchant land. 3. Enters battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature or vehicle you control. Enchanted land has tap to add 2 mana of any one color. We have Careful Cultivation. For 3, enchant artifact or creature. As long as enchanted permanent is a creature, it gets +1/+3 and has reach, and you can tap to add 2 forests. You can channel it for 2. You can create a 1/1 green human monk creature token with tap to add 1 green. Season of Renewal. For 3, choose one or both. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Return target enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. Bamboo Grove Archer. 3/3 Defender Reach. Channel for 5. Destroy target creature with flying. 3/3 Defender Reach for 2 is pretty good. Boon of Busuji. Target creature gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the greatest mana value among permanents you control. Untap it. Walking Skyscraper. 8/8 for 8. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each modified creature you control. Has Trample. And it has Hexproof as long as it's untapped.
We get the Biker Mice from Mars again. I saw this one coming too.
The Wandering Emperor. Starts with 3 loyalty counters for 4. Has Flash. As long as the Wandering Emperor entered the battlefield this turn, you may activate her loyal abilities anytime you could cast an instant. +1 loyalty. Put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature. It gains first strike until end of turn. -1 created 2/2 white samurai creature token with vigilance. -2 exile target tapped creature. You gain 2 life.
God, that is so nice to just flash her in and immediately be able to do something, and then it's your turn after that, and you're good to go.
You do it again.
Yeah.
We have Armguard Familiar. 2/1 for 2. Has Ward 2. Equipped creature gets +2/+1 and has Ward 2. You can reconfigure for 4. And then we have Simulgar Sorcerer, which is a Tarkir card. Right?
I think so. That's what it looks like.
Has Flash. It's 2/1 flying for 3. Exploit. Whenever Simulgar Sorcerer exploits a creature, counter target spell. Creature spell.
Nice. We got the taste for... Oh, hey, we're back at Taste for Glory. We've cycled through the album. We have permission to listen to this music from the lead singer of this band. And this is the one album they have that will not get flagged by their previous label or by them on YouTube. So.
Mentor. Nezumi Blade Blesser. Yep. Wanderer's Intervention. It deals 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature for 2. Spell Pierce. Instant for 1 blue. Counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 2. Explosive Entry. 2 sorcery for 2. Destroy up to 1 target artifact. Put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature. Planar Incision.
Planar.
Planar. It's the same thing. For 2, exile target artifact or creature, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it. Got another Gloom Shrieker. Yeah, Gravelighter. 2/2 for 3 with flying. Enters the battlefield, draw a card if a creature died this turn.
You read this one already.
Otherwise, each player attacks the creature. I forgot. As soon as read that one. Life of Toshiro Umizawa. March of Burgeoning Life.
2 less to cast for each green card you exile from your hand.
Alright. Choose target creature with mana value less than X. Search your library for a creature card with the same name as that creature. Put it on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle.
I didn't run that one in the green deck I made just because I didn't have enough like duplicates for it to be worth it.
Enthusiastic Mechanaut and Proxy. Can't remember if I'm separating all my legendaries or not. Sorry, rares.
Just gonna have to look through them today.
Well, I'm combining all my arts and everything too, so I've got to go through them anyways. Foil, shiny. Fancy Plains. Sunblade Samurai. Disruption Protocol. Short Circuit. Lethal Exploit. Virus Beetle. Roaring Earth. Whenever a land enters battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature or vehicle you control. Channel it for X into forests. Put X +1/+1 counters on target land you control. It becomes a 0/0 green spirit creature with haste. It's still a land.
I like Roaring Earth. I only have one though.
Awakened Awareness. 2 blue and X. Enchant artifact or creature. Awakened Awareness enters the battlefield. Put a +1/+1 counter. Put X +1/+1 counters on enchanted permanent. As long as enchanted permanent is a creature, it has a base power and toughness 1/1. So enchanted permanent.
So you can make something really big, or you can get rid of one of their artifacts, basically.
Yeah. Story Weave. Choose one. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature you control, or you can put 2 lore counters on target saga you control. The next time one or more enchantment creatures enter the battlefield under your control this turn, each enters with an additional +1/+1 counter, with 2 additional +1/+1 counters on it. Tales of Master Seshugo. We got Hinata, Dawn Crowned, 4/4 Flying Trample. Spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each target. Spells your opponents cast cost 1 more to cast for each target.
That would work well with the ones where you have to pay more for each target beyond the first. Just help offset that cost.
And then we got Sky Swimmer Koi. 3/3 for 4 with flying. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. We've got Noxious Revival. Green or 2 life. Put target card from a graveyard on top of its owner's library. Alright. Art card. Island. Imperial Subduer. 7-Tail Mentor. Heir of the Ancient Fang. Fang of Shigeki. Master's Rebuke. Juke Preserver. 3/3 for 4. When it enters battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target.
You read this one.
I remember that one. Dockside Chef. 1/2 for a swamp. Pay 2, sacrifice an artifact or creature, draw a card. I like this guy. Oni Cult Anvil. Costs 2. Whenever one or more artifacts you control leave the battlefield during your turn, create a 1/1 colorless construct artifact creature token. This ability triggers only once each turn. You can tap it, sacrifice an artifact. Oni Cult Anvil deals 1 damage to each opponent. You gain 1 life.
I like Oni Cold Anvil.
Befriending the Moths. We got Otawara. Soaring City. Tap that island. Channel it for 4. Return target artifact, creature, enchantment, or planeswalker to its owner's hand. This ability costs 1 less to cast for each legendary creature you control. Kindle Fury. And that's it.
It's explosive entry.
Fancy Swamp. Ink Ride Infiltrator.
I love that alt art.
Yeah. 1/2 for flying. 1/2 flying for 2. Peerless Samurai. We have Shrine Steward. Enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an aura or shrine card, reveal it and put it to your hand, then shuffle.
It's good, but it's expensive.
Yeah. Debt to the Kami. Choose one. Target opponent exiles a creature they control, or target opponent exiles an enchantment they control. Kami of Restless Shadows. 3/3 for 5. Enters battlefield. Choose one. Return up to 1 target ninja or rogue creature card from your graveyard to your hand, or put target creature card from your graveyard on top of your library. Mukotai Ambusher. 3/2 for 4. Ninjutsu 2. Lifelink.
You've read him.
Naomi Pillar of Order. 4/4 for 5. Legendary creature. Whenever Naomi Pillar of Order enters the battlefield or attacks, if you control an artifact and an enchantment, create a 2/2 white samurai creature token with vigilance. That's pretty good. Banishing Slash for 2 planes. Destroy up to 1 target artifact, enchantment, or tapped creature. Then, if you control an artifact and enchantment, create a 2/2 white samurai creature token with vigilance. Ichiko's Reign of Truth.
Michiko.
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 Michiko. Target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each artifact and or enchantment you control. That's really good. Becomes Portrait of Michiko. Gets +1/+1 for each artifact and or enchantment you control. Then we have Kotose the Silent Spider. 4/4 for 5. I don't want to read all that.
When it enters the battlefield, exile target card other than a blue land card from an opponent's graveyard. Search that. Other than a basic land, not a blue land. Search that player's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with the same name as that card and exile them. Then that player shuffles. For as long as you control Kotose, you may play one of the exiled cards, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast it. This is the card that lets me steal all of your rat colonies.
I have to have one in my graveyard though.
Yes. So I'll kill a rat colony.
You got to get in my graveyard first.
Yeah.
Clawing Torment. Enchant artifact or creature. As long as enchanted permanent is a creature, it gets its -1/-1 and can't block. Enchanted permanent has at the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life. And it's a proxy.
Why bother? It's gonna hurt me.
Weezer has such a good cover of this song.
God damn it, Ben. This is an I Fight Dragons cover of Weezer, not the other way around. Nope.
Art card.
It's a Sorry Captain.
I'm pretty sure that's a samurai.
Yeah. A samurai called a Sorry Captain.
That's one Sorry Captain. Futurist Operative.
Read them.
Uncharted Haven. Fade into Antiquity. Harmonious Emergence. Crackling Emergence. I don't think I read this one. Enchant land you control. Enchanted land is a 3/3 red spirit creature. With haste, it's still land. If enchanted land would be destroyed, instead sacrifice Crackling Emergence, and that land gains indestructible until end of turn. Seismic Wave, pay 3. Seismic Wave deals 2 damage any target and 1 damage to each non-artifact creature target opponent controls.
I think you've read that one. You definitely
Emergent
read Essence
Capture. Discover the impossible. The Shattered States era. The Shattered States era.
Ooh.
And then Cloudsteel Kieran. 3/2 for 3, flying. Encrypt creature has flying, and you can't lose the game, and your opponents can't win the game. Reconfigure for 5. Ganjo Exemplar. That's we got our land, or sorry, art card. Dismal Backwater. Moonsword Hacker. Alt Art. Jukai Trainee.
Altar.
Saiba Trespassers. Moon Circuit Hacker. Network Disruptor. Moon Snare Specialist.
So Kinzon.
So Kinzon Smelter 2/2. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay 1 and sacrifice an artifact. If you do, create a 3/1 red construct artifact creature token with haste. That's pretty good. Dragon Spark Reactor for 2. Whenever Dragon Spark Reactor or another artifact enters the battlefield under your control, put a charge counter on Dragon Spark Reactor. Pay 4, sacrifice Dragon Spark Reactor. It deals damage equal to the number of charge counters on it to target player, and that much damage to up to 1 target creature. Kumano faces Kazakhstan.
Nope. Kakazan. That's how I say it, I guess.
Greasefang, Okiba Boss.
She's cool.
Beginning of combat on your turn, return target vehicle card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste. Return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of your next end step. It's a rat pilot.
Yeah, she is.
Then we got Dramatists Puppet, foil. We got Lightpaul's art card. Got another fancy foil, planes. Inkrise Infiltrator. Okuchi Shadow Walker. Blade Blizzard Kitsune. Jukai Trainee. Favor of Jukai. Gift of Wrath.
Gift of Raphael. Is that
Yep.
what you said?
I was gonna say, I forgot what he had for weapons.
Size.
Size. It's like, is it size? For 4, enchant artifact or creature. As long as enchanted permanent is a creature, it gets +2/+2 and has menace. And Gift of Wrath leaves the battlefield to create a 2/2 red spirit creature token with menace. Towashi Guidebot. We have Wood Spinner Cuff. The Modern Age. And March of Wretched Sorrow. I don't think you read this one.
Nope.
Costs
2 less to cast for each black card you exile from your hand as you cast it.
Yes. March of Wretched Sorrow deals X damage to target creature or planeswalker, and you gain X life.
Ooh, Prodigy's Prototype.
Prodigy's Prototype. 3/4 for 3. It's foil. Whenever one or more vehicles you control attack, create a 1/1
Spoil it.
colorless pilot creature token with this creature cruise vehicles as though its power were 2 greater. It's crew 2.
You spoiled. Your last card is the Wanderer.
Ah, sweet! This is from War of the Spark. Prevent all non-combat damage that would be dealt to you and other permanents you control. -2, exile target creature with power 4 or greater.
Will you be here after the fall?
Okay. We got art card. Another Fancy Plains. Dokuchi Shadow Walker. Reinforced Ronin. Alt Art. Voltage Surge. It's like when you mix Surge with Mountain Dew Voltage.
Yeah.
Papercraft Decoy. 2-1 for 2. Enters the battlefield. You may pay 2. Oh, sorry, when it leaves the battlefield, you may pay 2. If you do, draw a card. And it's a frog. I don't think I noticed that.
Yeah. It's like a little origami frog. Yeah. I like him.
Towashu Songshaper, 2-2 for 2. Whenever another artifact enters battlefield under your control, she gains +1/+0 until end of turn. She gets +1/+1 until +1/+0. Chain Flail Centipede, 2-2 for 3. Whenever Chain Flail Centipede or equipped creature attacks, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Reconfigure for 2. Covert Technician. Futurist Operative. Michiko's Reign of Truth. We got Surge Hacker Mech. 5/5 menace for 4. Enters battlefield, it deals damage equal to twice the number of vehicles you control to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. Crew 4. And then we got Shiny Seven-Tail Mentor. Foil.
Fits in with the show.
Alt art. Sorry, art card.
For a Jin, right?
Yeah. Jin Kataxis. We got Thornwood Falls. Imperial Subduer. Silver Master. Ooh, I got Splinter.
Oh, nice. Oh, you got Alt Art Splinter?
Alt Art Splinter.
Nice.
Ninjutsu for 2. Ninjutsu abilities you can activate cost 1 less to activate. Other ninja and rogue creatures you control get +1/+1.
So cool.
Searchlight Companion. I think I read that one.
Yeah, you've read it.
Coiling Stalker.
You've read this one too.
Heir of the Ancient Fang. Bronze Plate Boar. 3/2 for 3. Trample. Equipped creature gets +3/+2 and has trample. Reconfigure for 5. Rabbit Battery. 1/1 haste for 1. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has haste. Reconfigure for 1. Befriending the Moths. Neogen of Roaring Blades.
You've read this one.
Another Kyodai. Soul of Kamigawa. And foil Kitsune Ace. And make new friends.
Yeah, because that'll happen to you. Hasn't happened in what, 22 years?
Yep. Okay. Jungle Hollow. Moon Circuit Hacker. Peerless Samurai. Imperial Oath. Experimental Synthesizer. Aki Ronin. Peerless Samurai. When We Were Young.
When we were young.
Pay 4. Up to 2 target creatures each get +2/+2 until end of turn. If you control an artifact and an enchantment, those creatures also gain lifelink until end of turn. Anchor to Reality.
We've read this one. You gotta foil one of it once.
We got Behold the Unspeakable.
We've read this one too.
Mukotai Soul Ripper.
We read that one as well.
Then Bamboo Grove Archer. Foil. Alt land or art card. One of the Spirit Dragons.
The red one.
Fancy Swamp. Aki Ronin. Reckoner's Shakedown. Oh, we got that art card.
Yeah.
I don't think we read this one. I want to read it. Pay 3. Target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a non-land card from it. If you do, that player discards that card. If you don't, put 2+1/+1 counters on a creature or vehicle you control. Reckoner's Bargain. As an additional cost to the spell, sacrifice an artifact or creature. You gain life equal to the sacrifice permanent's mana value. Draw 2 cards. Wow. Return to action. Until end of turn, target creature gets +1/+0 and gains lifelink. And when this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. Undercity Scavenger. 1/4. Scrounger. What did I say? Scavenger?
Yeah.
Undercity Scrounger. 1/4 for 3. Tap it. Create a treasure token. Activate only if a creature died this turn. Blade Wizard Kitsune. That might be my first regular art card of that.
No, you've got one.
I've got another one.
Yeah, you pulled regular, then alt, then regular.
Dokuchi Silencer.
You read him,
Yeah.
but you had an alter before.
Izumi Prowler.
You read that one
Yeah.
as well, but I think it was alter then.
Era of Enlightenment. Rasuna, Asari Commander. Why is everybody sorry in this deck? Or set. 3/3 haste for 3. Whenever Rasuna, Asari Commander, deals combat damage to a player, if it doesn't have an indestructible counter on it, put an indestructible counter on it. Whenever combat damage is dealt to you, remove an indestructible counter from Rasuna.
She's so good. She's a 3/3 haste for 3.
And High speed hover bike.
Nice.
Flash flying for 2. It's a 2/2. Enters the battlefield, tap up to 1 target creature. Has crew 1.
That did not make it to the mech deck because it's not a mech. It's a hover bike.
Oh, okay. Cult of the Waxing Moon. This is a Innistrad deck card. Whenever a permanent you control transforms into a non-human creature, put a 2/2 green wolf creature token onto the battlefield. 5/4.
That could work with all like your sagas.
That's true.
I don't know if any of those sagas turn into humans, but I don't think many of them do.
Wow. That one's a human.
No, sorry. Well, your moths aren't though.
Moths.
Okay, we're getting real close. So you haven't looked at 6 booster packs.
Okay.
And that counts this one up here. That's saved for last. So. And I've been trying not to spoil myself. It's hard.
Art card. Swiftwater Cliffs. A Ganjo Exemplar. Imperial Subduer. Ancestral Katana. Moth Rider Patrol. Sunblade Samurai. Naomi Pillar of Order. Dang, there's a lot of samurais in this one. Banishing Slash. Tales of Master Seshiro. The Shattered States of Era. And then Sokinzan. Crucible of Defiance. Tap to add a mountain. Channel for 4. Create 2 1/1 colorless spirit creature tokens. They gain haste until end of turn. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature you control.
If you turn a legendary land into a creature, does it become a legendary creature? What was the one you just put on top of that?
Debt to the Kami.
Okay, you didn't say it out loud, so I didn't.
Sorry, you were talking. That wasn't important. This one I want to read out though, because it's legendary or rare. Speaker of the Heavens. 1/1 for 1 Vigilance Lifelink. Tap it. Create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying. Activate this ability only if you have at least 7 life more than your starting life total, and only anytime you can cast a sorcery. It's a legendary creature land.
Yep, I saw it though.
I figured it'd still be legendary.
Yeah, it's like you're attacking with the legendary land. That's still that card's name, so that must be still legendary.
Oh. Okay. We got silver or gold dragon.
Yeah, Owie the Dawn Sky or whatever.
Swap.
Owie the Dawn Sky.
Moon Circuit Hacker. Covert Technician. Crackling Emergence.
Ambitious Assault. I don't think you've read that one.
I did.
Oh, you did?
That makes your land modified. Sorry.
Yeah, it does.
Kindled Fury. Go Shintai of Shared Purpose. 1/3 for 4 Vigilance. At the beginning of your end step, you may pay 1. If you do, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token for each shrine you control. It is a shrine. Roadside Reliquary. Pay or tap it to add 1 waste. Pay 2, tap it, sack it. Draw a card if you control an artifact. Draw a card if you control an enchantment.
So potentially a draw 2. I like that.
Bosiju.
Bosaiju
reaches skyward.
You've read this
I've
one,
read
I
it.
think.
Another mirror box.
Nice.
Light the way. That's it.
So we're down to our last 4 packs now, because I
Okay.
can't open anymore because I've got 3 open here ready for you.
Okay. Don't open that one.
No, I know. I'm not.
This one's hard to tell.
Yeah, I tried to set them in the order that they were supposed to be. I think that's the guy that gives you the ninjutsu cost of 4 for everything.
Tranquil Cove. Peerless Samurai. Spirited Companion. Enters battlefield, draw a card. 1/1 Doggo.
1/1 doggo.
Golden Tail Disciple. 2/3 lifelink for 3.
How good is a doggo tribal? Not good whatsoever.
I think you need some of those like jumpstart cards to make it good. I don't know. I feel like you got to be very specific on it.
I just want.
Regent's Authority.
I need to make a slightly different commander deck that's 101. I break the commander rules just barely to make a 101 Dalmatians deck.
Gotcha.
Intercessor's Arrest.
Intercessor's Arrest for 3. Enchant permanent. Enchanted permanent can't attack or block or crew vehicles. Its activated abilities can't be activated unless they're mana abilities.
It depends if you're
Historian's
playing
Wisdom.
on Sari and make it doggo and kitty deck.
No cats.
No cats. No
Enchant
cats.
artifact or creature. When Historian's Wisdom enters the battlefield, if enchanted permanent is a creature with the greatest power among creatures on the battlefield, draw a card. As long as enchanted permanent is a creature, it gets +2/+1.
Okay, Bo, what is the way to not break the rules and have 101 cards? And can they all be dogs with no lands?
Unforgiving 1. 2/3 menace for 3. And whenever Unforgiving 1 attacks, return target creature card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the number of modified creatures you control.
Companion, that does make sense, yeah. But is there a dog companion?
I think you just said there was one in this one of the commanders.
No, that had partner, I thought. Maybe it had companion. I thought it had partner.
The Friendly of the Moths. Shishiro, the Shattered Blade. So, Chishiro, the Shattered Blade. 4/4/4. Whenever an aura or aura equipment creature. Sorry, I'll start over. Whenever an aura or equipment enters the battlefield under your control, create a 2/2 red spirit creature token with a menace. At the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each modified creature you control.
That's nice.
That is really nice. Invoke Justice. 5. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield and distribute 4 +1/+1 counters among any number of creatures and or vehicles target player controls. Then we have Stonetail Mentor, Alt Art Foil.
Yeah, I know what companion does, Bo. I was trying to remember if you said that doggo was companion or partner. And I was right. It was partner. Ben was wrong.
I forgot what companion was for a second. I remember.
No doggo companion. Not yet. But doggos make the best companions. This is bullshit.
Bloodfell Caves. Silver Fur
Oh,
Monster.
nice.
Imperial Subduer. Clawing Torment. Natsumi Blade Blesser.
That might be the first regular art one you've got of him.
Kami of Terrible Secrets. I think I have that one. Twisted Embrace. In this battlefield, destroy target creature or planeswalker and opponent controls. As long as enchanted permanent is your creature, it gets +1/+1. Runaway Trashbot. Assassin's Ink. The Shattered States Era. Tamio Completed Sage.
I get no planeswalkers. You've gotten what, 4 now?
I got 3.
You get the Wanderer too.
Okay, I got technically 4.
I mean, that one's an uncommon, but okay. I've got one last one before you open the last pack.
All right, I need Tezzeret in this one, and then the other one in that one.
Yeah.
Art card. Foil Special Swamp.
You get the Ninja Turtle alt art.
Kappa-Tech Record. Turtle Ninja, 1/3 for 2, Ninjutsu for 2. Enters battlefield with a Death Touch counter on it. Whenever Kappa-Tech Record deals combat damage to a player, you may remove a Death Touch counter from it. When you do, exile target artifact or enchantment that player controls.
Man, I just kind of want to watch the third Ninja Turtle movie, and just because of the word Kappa came up, and that's what when they go to ancient Japan, they think that they're Kappas.
Aki Warpaint, 2/1. Whatever, I read that. Aki Ember Keeper.
Read that one too.
Bearer of Memory.
Yep, you read it.
Dramatists Puppet. Enormous Energy Blade.
I like the flavor of Enormous Energy Blade. Ooh,
Bronze
Bronze
Petals.
Petals.
I think every time I pulled that, I got that next, right
Okay.
after it. I think this happened at least 3 times. Ear of Enlightenment. The Long Reach of Night. Ishin, 2 Heavens as 1.
So you've pulled 2 Ishin cards and 2 Ishin art cards. One of the art cards was signed.
Oh, yeah. Monster Specialist and Noxious Ghoul. 3 Thief for 5. Whenever Noxious Ghoul or another zombie comes into play, all non-zombie creatures get -1/-1 until end of turn.
That's 5. But I like it. Just zombies enter the battlefield and they get -1/-1. Other stuff gets that would go great in my zombie deck.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
We've got one last pack, and then we're calling it for the stream. And then you're gonna go build decks, and I'm gonna try to improve some of my decks. And then, Bo, Ben, if you're both still here, you're both welcome to come play Magic. Bo, I know you said you were busy, but offer still stands if you change your mind.
Okay.
Ooh,
Art card.
what is that for?
Myosian of Towering Might.
Okay,
So one of the ones we didn't pull.
I like it.
Got a Swamp.
Swamp.
Norika Yamazaki, the Poet. Vigilance. Whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, you may cast target enchantment card from your graveyard this turn.
It's nice.
Dakuchi Shadow Walker. Ninja's Kunai. Ink Rise
Kunai with
Infiltrator.
chain.
Ink Rise Infiltrator.
Might be the first regular art you got of him.
Dokuchi Shadow Walker.
First regular art of him.
When we were young.
What is that song?
I don't know. Anchor to Reality. The Modern Age. Kami of Sorry, I can't say that word.
Kami of Transience. Another Sawsbuck.
Yes. Sawsbuck. This time's alt art.
Well, whatever.
March of Reckless Joy. 2
costs-
less for each red card you exile.
From your hand.
Exile the top X cards of your library. You may play up to 2 of these cards until end of your next turn. Covert Technician and Magic Minigame.
Booster Sleuth.
Don't care. And that's how we end it. With a minigame.
Okay. Well,
So, you want to go over the legendaries right quick?
Yeah, sure. Let's summarize what this is rares and legendaries that you've gotten.
I think just rares.
Okay.
I think I just put out the rares.
You didn't give like the shrines or.
No, there might be 1 or 2 legendaries, but these should mostly just be the rares and mythics.
Okay.
So first, Sawsbuck. Alt art. I got another one, the regular art. Got 2 Ishins.
Ishin, 2 heavens is 1. That means you can play both of them, right? Because it's 2.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how that works. Chichiro, Shatterblade. Invoke Justice. Mirror Box. Sozin.
So Kinzan.
So Kinzan. Speaker of the Heavens.
Persona.
Asari Commander. I don't think she's that bad.
You got 2 Mukotai Soul Rippers.
Mukotai Soul Ripper.
Which I don't want for my mech deck because it's black and I'd have to introduce a 3rd color.
Kyodai Soul of Kamigawa. I have 2 of him. Myojin of Roaring Blades.
Get 2 of him. Search Hacker mech is good. Prodigy's prototype. Okay, that's not a rare, but it's good. You should have that in your mech decks.
March of the Wretched Sorrow. Greasefang Okiba Boss. Cloudsteel Kieran. Kotose the Silent Spider. Otawara Soaring City. Hinata Dawn Crowned. March of Burgeoning Life. Thundering Raiju.
It's like Raichu.
Yeah, that's what.
They need to make an alt-art Thundering Raiju that is Thundering Raichu.
Iganjo Uprising. I'm totally gonna play with that card just because it's fun. Tatsunari, Toad Rider.
I like that card. I didn't pull one though.
Mech Titan. Pretty
You
sure
got
I got
2
2
Mech
of
Titan
those.
cores too. Yeah.
Myojin of Grim Betrayal. I think I got 2 of those as well.
No, I think you're getting it confused with the Blade one.
Okay.
Maybe, but I think.
Tameshi.
Realty Agent.
Realty Architect.
Oh.
Nope. Tameshi Realty Agent. Sells houses. Goro. Ritsugu. Devouring Chaos.
Mirror Box.
Foil Altar Mirror Box. I gotta see how much that is. Invoke Despair. I have 2 of those. Shivan Gorge. Teachings of Kieran.
All the band. That's one that Bosa was worth a lot.
Restoration of Iganjo. Got March of Swirling Mist. Jukin defends the temple. We got Ruthless Technomancer. Satoru Umizawa. Moonlace. Mukotai Soul Ripper. Reckoner Bankbuster. Got foil.
And then the doggo.
Oh yeah, I put the doggo in there just because.
Look at him. He's a little cutie. Kyodai again. Myojin of Boring Blades again.
There's your other Sawsbuck.
No, they're both alt art. Now there is another card that looks like Sawsbuck.
Oh, okay.
That is not a rare.
We got the Kami War.
Foil. I think that might be alt art too.
We got a Karador.
Karador Ghost Chieftain. Mech Titan core again. And Ishin 2 heavens.
And then the piece de resistance. Whoops. Oh no, I just messed that up.
Oh yeah, they can see the table. They can see the table.
Oh no. Timio, completed sage. Wandering Emperor. Gentaxis, Progress Tyrant. Then Alt Art.
Borderless.
Tamio.
Good pull.
Good pulls.
I'd say better pulls than I had.
Mm-hmm.
I got all like the spirit, not all the spirit dragons. I got everything but the green spirit dragon. But that was my claim to fame.
I think I got better rares, but you might have gotten better distribution.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. The draft box gives you the play sets you need of commons and uncommons and stuff. So
that's the downside of these set boosters is I think you get better cards as a whole, but you just don't get the
You don't get the base. So when you like to do what we do, which is buy a box and then build decks based on what you get in that box, it's a little rough. So,
but you get some really cool cards.
So please. Oh yeah, this comes with like a little art handout thing that looks cool.
It's the Wandering Emperor. Nice.
Oh hello, dibs.
Well, I'm gonna hang this up.
Are you gonna frame it?
Nope.
Okay. Oh, you've got more rares over there.
I think this is just the first pack I opened, but
Oh.
I did have one more rare. March of Reckless Joy. All right, that's it.
Okay, yeah. Well, I don't know if we're gonna be opening any more cards from this set because it's been a lot of money. But we like opening cards, whether they be Magic or Digimon. So we'll probably stream this sort of thing again. We're gonna be playing Chrono Trigger again soon. I might stream more Pokemon. You don't want to be with me on those Pokemon streams, do you?
Probably not.
Okay, because I don't really like streaming by myself because nobody's there. So, but I'll let you know. We got an episode coming out next week. What it'll be, we have yet to watch or decide what that will be exactly. So, we got a week to figure it out, sort of. But we're Anime Territory on YouTube and Anime_Territory on Twitter and Anime Territory wherever you get podcasts. And I am going to now stop streaming.
Goodbye.